Okay, it's Nancy today, and today I'm going to show you how you can turn this into a garden. You don't need to rototill it and turn it over because that does mess up the soil. It's perfect the way it is. It just needs some limestone. We've just uncovered it. It was covered up with fabric of different sorts. So now we just need to draw a line. Sometimes the easiest way to draw a line is just to drag your foot. Let's see how that works. Well, it's pretty crooked. That's a little straighter. Okay, so now we have a line. Now in this line, you might want to rough it up a little bit. Just put your fingers down in a few inches. You don't have to stir up everything. Now if you do have grass in there, I would suggest getting it out. Now this grass is dead, but the roots are still there. Okay, can you see that? Is this still on? It is. Okay, so now we want to plant something here. Let's see, what do we want? It's always so hard to decide what to plant. So we'll start with kale. Okay, the best way is to go along and plant them very thinly, or you can plant them together and then plant them out when they get bigger. They're going to need about a foot between each of them. So I'll just plant a seed about every 3 or 4 inches. Actually, they're coming faster than that. Okay, so I still have a lot left. And then, now these need to be a centimeter deep, or 3/8 of an inch. So if you just put some soil back over it and push like that, now the purpose here is to grow food, right? If your purpose is to have a beautiful thing that the neighbors can all look at and admire, then you're going to have to do a lot more work than this. But, I have to get this off of there. But if you just want to grow some food, that will do it. That will grow. Now, you might want to put some fabric down on either side of this, because this is going to grow weeds on this side and on that side, but you don't want the weeds. So if you were to put a layer of this stuff back beside it, for instance, like that, you're not going to have any weeds growing beside it. Do you really want to get out here and weed later? I'd rather not. I have other things to do. And you could put some on the other side. And you also now know where your row is. That's very simple. And you know that you haven't covered up anything else. So that's how I plant a garden. It really works well. It's no work. This is the most work I'm going to do, is come out here and bend over and draw a line. And I'm going to get good plants. I can move them, thin them out, and come out and pick them. That's the biggest part, is harvesting, not planting, and not weeding. I don't have time for weeding. Now this fabric, it's from the pulp and paper industry. There are probably factories in your town that make something that they have garbage from. Now this factory is Albany International, and they throw away this stuff because, I don't know, there's a seam wrong. They make this for the paper and pulp and paper industry. They make big conveyor belts and they put the pulp on it and squish it through, so it's got some water can go through it. That's kind of good. But there could be an old carpet company. 3M makes scratch pad. You know what factories are in your town, and they probably have something that they dispose of because it's imperfect. That might be good for covering your garden. So there we go. Looks pretty bad at the moment, but I'm going to cover it all up with those things, or I'll get straw. Straw is really good too. I really prefer putting straw down. If you put down this much straw, nothing will come through it. So, and then as your plants grow, you squish the straw right up against your plant so that no weeds can get in. You know, you may have to weed just right around the plant, but then once you squish the straw up, you don't have any more weeding to do. So for a garden like this, I don't know, what do you think, 6 bales? See, I've got to take all that off of there. I need to cover the grass with what's laying over there where there isn't grass. And I can pull out some of these bits of grass here, and I can make a few rows. You see? So if I had put a lot of thought into this last year, I could have covered the whole thing up properly. And then I would take it off and I would have a perfect garden. But I didn't think about that. I just threw these pieces in here when I had them and I didn't know what to do with them. Okay, well you can do this at home, and gardening is not hard if you make it simple. Think easy. You can do this at home. Bye.